Stop and actually think about what a kiss is. Really think about it. You take the wet, bacteria-filled hole in the middle of your face, the one you chew with, the one you breathe through, the one that is objectively kind of disgusting, and you press it against the wet, bacteria-filled hole in the middle of someone else's face. And then, if things are going well, you open it. You exchange saliva on purpose. And somehow, instead of recoiling in horror, your brain floods with joy, and you decide this is the most romantic thing a human being can do. That is deeply, profoundly weird. So why do we do it? Why did ancient humans ever start mashing their mouths together in the first place? And here's the thing nobody tells you. Kissing is not natural. It's not universal. It's not even necessarily romantic. And its true origin might have absolutely nothing to do with love at all. Let's blow up the biggest myth right away. Almost everyone assumes kissing is a basic human instinct, that everyone, everywhere, has always done it. That's just flat out wrong. When researchers looked at cultures around the world, they found something genuinely startling. A huge number of them didn't romantically kiss at all. Not rarely, not differently, just didn't do it. In plenty of societies, pressing mouths together was seen as strange, unhygienic, or downright disgusting. And when outsiders introduced the idea, people were often revolted by it. Imagine explaining kissing to someone who's never heard of it. So you put your mouth on their mouth. Why? It's romantic. Is it though? So kissing isn't hardwired into being human. It's a behavior, a habit, something we picked up, which means it started somewhere. And the leading theory for where is going to make you feel something. Here it is. Long before humans invented soft baby food, mothers had a problem. A baby with no teeth cannot chew meat, roots, or anything tough. So what do? You chew it yourself into a soft paste and you pass it directly from your mouth into your baby's mouth. Mouth to mouth. This is real. It's documented across many cultures, and it was, for a long stretch of human history, simply how you kept an infant alive. Now think about what that means. Every single day, a baby experiences the gentlest, safest, most loving act imaginable. A parent's mouth pressed to theirs, delivering food, delivering life. Mouth contact becomes wired into the deepest part of the brain as, I am loved, I am safe, I am being cared for. And even after the child grows up and doesn't need feeding anymore, the pressing of lips remains. Stripped of the food, but still carrying every ounce of the affection. The kiss may literally be a leftover, a fossil of feeding still lodged in the way we love, which means when you kiss someone tonight, you might be performing a 200,000-year-old echo of a mother feeding her child. Yeah, take a second with that one. But that's not the only explanation, and here's where it gets a little more animal, because there's a strong argument that the kiss is really a chemical test, a screening, a biological background check that you're running without your consent. Think about how close a kiss actually puts you. It shoves your nose in your mouth, your two most powerful chemical sensors, directly into another person's face. And in that moment, you're absorbing an enormous amount of raw data. Their scent, their taste, the state of their skin, their breath, their health. Researchers have found that a huge percentage of people report that a single bad first kiss has ended their attraction to someone entirely. Instantly. Dead. Nothing else about the person changed, just the kiss and the whole thing collapsed. That's not romance. That's a system rejecting a candidate. Now let me throw something at you that sounds wild but is taken completely seriously. Some researchers argue that in that split second of contact, you may be picking up chemical clues about how compatible someone's immune system is with your own, and that we are subtly drawn to partners whose immune systems differ from ours, because mixing them produces healthier, hardier children. So the spark you feel? The mysterious, magical chemistry that either shows up or doesn't. It might not be magic at all. It might be a genetic compatibility test, running silently in the background, giving you a thumbs up or a hard no. Your body already ran the numbers. Your feelings just got the memo. And there's more happening in that instant. When you kiss someone you're into, your brain releases a chemical cocktail, the bonding chemical that ties parents to babies, the pleasure chemical that drives craving and addiction, and a drop in the stress hormone that keeps you tense. In other words, kissing is doing 3 jobs at once. It bonds you, it rewards you, and it calms you. It's not a random gesture, it's a machine for building attachment. And in a species where raising a child takes years of 2 people not abandoning each other, a machine for building attachment is not a small thing. It might be the whole thing. Now, let's be honest about the timeline, because we can't be precise here and it'd be dishonest to pretend. We can't dig up a kiss. There are no fossilized lips. Affection leaves no bones. What we do have is writing, and the moment humans start recording their lives, kissing is already there. It shows up in some of the oldest texts we've got, thousands of years old, described casually, like something everybody already understood, which tells you the behavior was ancient even then. Nobody had to explain it, it was already old. And notice how much of kissing has never been about romance at all. We kiss babies on the forehead, we kiss a grandmother on the cheek, we kiss to greet a friend, to say goodbye, to show respect. People have kissed rings, hands, ground, and sacred objects for thousands of years. Kissing is a whole language, and the romantic version is just one dialect. In fact, plenty of cultures skip lips entirely and press noses together instead, breathing each other in. Which, when you think about it, is far more honest about what's actually going on. They're not exchanging saliva, they're sampling scent. They cut out the middleman and went straight for the data. But we also have a much darker, much more recent chapter. Because the mouth-to-mouth exchange that feels so beautiful is also biologically a superhighway for germs. There are illnesses that spread almost entirely through kissing. There are historical stretches where kissing was banned outright during outbreaks of disease, because the authorities knew exactly what it was doing. Which is the great, absurd contradiction at the heart of this whole thing. Kissing is genuinely, measurably bad for your health. And we do it anyway, constantly, joyfully, because whatever it gives us is worth the risk. We look at a known infection route and we go, yeah, but have you considered love? So why did ancient humans start kissing? Maybe because a mother fed her baby mouth to mouth and love got permanently wired to lips. Maybe because we needed a way to taste, smell, and screen a partner before committing years of our lives to them. Maybe because our brains reward it with a chemical hit designed to glue 2 people together. Probably, honestly, all 3 at once. A feeding reflex that became a test that became a drug. So the next time you kiss someone, and I'm sorry in advance for what I'm about to do to that moment, understand what's actually happening. Somewhere under the romance, an ancient reflex is firing. Your body is checking them, scoring them, bonding to them, and rewarding you for it. You think you're being swept away, you're being scanned, and you're going to love it.